From LALATE headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LALATE.
Signed. The bill is signed, and the checks are on their way, and they're landing in your bank account this Friday and Saturday. Congratulations. The tow truck has passed over the finish line with the tow hitch. We are done, and you have done it, Purple Power. A $14 third stimulus check will land in your bank account as early as tomorrow. The stimulus checks are already on their way. Friday and Saturday, people who sign up for electronic receipt will receive your $14 third stimulus check. The president will announce the details to you in a primetime address in just less than 4 hours away. Meantime, the excitement's unfolding about the other items of the third stimulus package. Big grants across the land, big money, up to $5,000 if you need assistance for other things like rent, utilities, food, internet, and more. And then there's business grants. There's so much exciting developing news. The bill is now law. The checks are on their way, and they'll be in your bank account this weekend. You can put down that donut because there's more deliciousness coming. Afternoons LALATE starts right now. Across the land, the excitement is growing. They're growing like you can't imagine. A $14 third stimulus check will be surfing into your bank account Friday and Saturday. If you're signed up for electronic receipt, put down that donut because there's some deliciousness landing in your bank account. As we all said, the finish line was in front of us. Well, guess what? You're over it. How are you? Good afternoon, and this is Afternoons LALATE. You did it! Congratulations! You're over the finish line. Tow truck, tow hitch, you and more. You have done it. Purple Power, congratulations. The $14 third stimulus check bill was signed into law by the President of the United States earlier today. At 9:33 Pacific Standard Time, I was live on air when I broke the developing news that the President reverted. He issued a quick statement saying, I'm not waiting to Friday, signing into law today, this afternoon. And then 11:11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, the President of the United States signed into law your $14 third stimulus check bill. 1 hour later, at 12:11, the President's press secretary made the official announcement that the stimulus checks have already started to go out and that they'll land in your bank accounts this weekend. If they land in a bank account this weekend, they means they were sent out on a Friday. And under the last stimulus package, some viewers actually got electronic receipt the same day they're electronically sent out. So some viewers will get electronic receipt of the stimulus checks on Friday, and some on Saturday. Congratulations, you deserve it. If you have not subscribed, today is a day to subscribe. Why? Because now starts Stimulus Stampede Month. Stimulus Stampede Month starts right today. Do you hear it? It's like little hooves of cows at the casino. They're move out of the way. I can just hear Sir Loin trying to push his way to the front of the casino bar to get the stimulus. Everyone who's going to want stimulus in addition to a stimulus check is going to start looking for it. And if they didn't know where to look, this person's going to tell them where it is. For the first time ever, the stimulus package is getting a press event. And that press event is a primetime show in 4 hours from now, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. An entire press event. The 50th day of the president's term in office with the announcement that his third stimulus check bill has been passed. But more importantly, he's going to tell you what you can get, which no one has usually told people before. Things just become a law, and then YouTube channels grow, and then I grow, and I tell you, this is money available for you under Purple. Money right now, money 5 weeks from now. I'm going to be back with you on Purple in about an hour and a half from now. But this time, it's different. This time, the person with the biggest megaphone, with the biggest platform, the president in prime time, is going to tell millions of Americans that there's all this other money for them to get. That's going to cause stimulus stampede, which you've never seen before in the prior stimulus packages. You gotta subscribe right now, because as soon as the stimulus stampede starts, everyone's going to want to get that money, and you gotta be first. It's a big day across the land. Let me cut to the other developing news. I'm going to have 3 shows for you on Afternoons LA. This one, another one, and then Purple. Big news on Wall Street. The Dow started with the jobs number this morning. This is important for the next stimulus package. 712,000 new unemployment claims this week, or last week, down from better than what Wall Street is expecting, 725. But what does that mean? We've stayed at about 700,000 unemployment new claims for about a year. We have not improved, and that means that if we're not improving, we need more stimulus. The question is this stimulus package going to be enough? No, it's not. Meantime, no masks. COVID restrictions have been lifted in Maryland, Texas, Mississippi, Connecticut, Arizona, West Virginia, and Wyoming. This could signal whether or not a new surge of COVID cases may be hitting. The Center for Disease Control denounced the reopening. Dr. Fauci, meantime, said that we're at 60 to 70,000 new cases a day. We're plateauing. We're too high. And that if we're plateauing, we shouldn't be reopening so quickly. But people like Mike Longard, who's at E-Trade Financial, said he was very happy with the jobs number. NASDAQ, Dow all traded up higher, but the 10-year Treasury relatively remained calm. That's good news, meaning that the economy is calm, not off the rails. NASDAQ ended up 329 for the day, up 2.52%. Dow up $188. This is about where it was even before the president said he was going to sign it today. It was up just all day long. The S&P jumped 1% on a record number. If you're just joining me, the President of the United States has signed your $1,300 stimulus check bill into law, and the stimulus checks will be surfing into your bank account tomorrow. How are you? Tomorrow. Really exciting, great news. And who is in the room? There is Ira and Crystal and Crayola and Lisa and Tanya and Sandy and Trisha. And there's Elisa and Jerry. And there is Black Market. And there's Deloitte. And there's Crystal Gates. And there is Linda. And there is New Heart Dave. And there's Lynn Glenn. Really, really exciting, great news. I'm really excited for you. You know that electronic receipt is the fastest way to receive a stimulus check. So who's getting that electronic receipt this weekend? Who's getting it? I mean, Sirloin certainly wants to get it. Donut Guy wants to get it. Here I am. Back in, what was it? Maybe July of last year. I first heard the expression, which everyone really does not like the expression, just tell me when it's in my bank account. Well, let me tell you who's going to see it when it's just in their bank account this weekend. First, the IRS has to know the bank account has to exist. Second, it has to be the right bank account. So let me tell you who's going to get that check this weekend. Any one of the 3 groups is likely to get the check this weekend. First group, someone on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or Railroad benefits who receives their payments every month electronically. Senior citizens, veterans, anyone like that. If you receive your monthly checks by the IRS electronically, this is you. You'll likely get your check this weekend. They already know where you are. Second group. The second group is the group that had gotten their first and second stimulus by electronic receipt. They'll get it this time around. The third group is the group that is sort of the catch-all. First, they may be people that have online tax preparers that received the last stimulus check. They'll get this one as well. Or these are people who are smart and filed their tax return for 2020 early so that they can update their checking account or banking account. And I mean early by February. They would likely get this check tomorrow or Saturday. We will certainly see which of you they are. Now, under the second stimulus package, I had viewers who got the stimulus check literally the first day it went out, which was Friday. They got it on Friday. That will be some of you. The rest of you may get it on Saturday. But as always the case with electronic receipt, some people have different clearinghouses for different banks. Some banks cash things very quickly. Electronic receipt means literally electronic receipt. Comes into the account, and that's all deliciousness across the board. There we are. Big, exciting, great news. If you have not hit the subscribe button, hit it right now. This is the day to subscribe and become a member and also know the information across the land. Next, there's a lot of confusion about other questions regarding the stimulus check. One is dependents. If you're a dependent on someone else's tax return, they're getting your stimulus check. If you have a payee for your benefits, they're getting your stimulus check. If you're a child and you're on someone else's tax return, they're getting your stimulus check. How many people in the household? Up to a family of 4. Single mom, 3 kids. Husband and wife, 2 kids. That is different than the $3,600 and the $3,000 child's check. That doesn't have the 4 check limit as far as I see. The other thing you need to know about that stimulus check amount is that the amount tracks other things. It's $75,000 or less is the income qualification for the stimulus check, but that income qualification tracks other things. For example, the children's check. The $3,600, the $3,000, that also is the same income qualification, $75,000. Now, when we talk about the children's check of $3,600 or $3,000, does that come now? It does not come now. The first thing that's coming this weekend is only the stimulus check. The next thing, unclear what would exactly be the next thing, but it's likely to be the EIDL grant. The EIDL grant has a specific timeline that it opens and then it runs out. When does it open? Well, under the law, it can open right now. But under the law, it must open between now and either 14 or 28 days, depending on how you read the statute. Once it opens, it will be out of money within 3 days. Guarantee you, that's what I'm guaranteeing you on this channel. It's going to run out of money in 3 days. So that is the next likely thing to happen. The children's check, $3,600, $300 a month if the child is 5 to newborn. That starts in July. $300 a month starting the month of July. The $4,400 for children 17 to 6 is $3,000 plus $1,400. Their $3,000 is $250 a month starting the month of July. So how does IRS know about that child? Same reason. Tax return. Do you qualify for that if you're on SSI and SSDI? Absolutely. Do you qualify for that if you're employed? Yes. If you're unemployed, yes. Employment, unemployment benefits has nothing to do with it. Only qualifier for it is the income level. Again, less than $75,000. But here we go. This is what's going to be a reoccurring theme over the next few weeks on this channel. How do you ensure you get it? You ensure you get it because the IRS knows the child exists. If the IRS doesn't know the child exists, you're not going to get it. So here's the good news, which I've never said before onto this channel until right now because it just dawned on me. If you don't make enough money to have to be required to file a tax return, and you're watching this and like, but I have children that clearly would qualify for this money. How do I tell IRS that those children exist? File a 2020 tax return right away. Because this is March. The checks don't start till July. You're clearly way in advance ahead of time. You're clearly ready. You're clearly early on this one. So you would want to file a tax return, even if it's all zeros. File a tax return to say, hi IRS, I have a 5-year-old and I have a 4-year-old as dependents. So that when they go to do the July payment, they know the children exist. Now, you may have had to do a tax return if you haven't already to get unpaid first and second stimulus checks. That is a way to get unpaid first and second stimulus checks, is to file a 2020 tax return and request it as well. Is that non-filer filing thing an existence anymore? No, it's not. So do not presume you can fix things with a non-filer filing. You can't. If you fixed it before and it worked, good. You don't have to fix anything again. But that thing no longer exists to fix things. The way you fix things now, the IRS says, is by a tax return. There's a lot of things you're going to see with me over the next few weeks where the fixes, ironically, is only with a tax return. And that means that you may have to go to a tax preparer if you don't know how to do it yourself. One of the fixes you need to do is the first $10,200 of your unemployment benefits under the 2020, under the stimulus law now, is tax-free. I'll say that again. Your first $10,200 of your UI or PUA or PUC is tax-free from the year 2020. So if you think you paid taxes on it, either was withdrawn before you got the check from the unemployment department, or you actually filed a tax return and paid taxes on it, you're going to have to fix this by filing an amended return. Again, go to a tax preparer to make these changes. These are big issues. COBRA benefits, I think we're going to be learning a lot more about, more than we ever knew before, because there's a lot of big, great news about COBRA. Premiums are now free from April 1st to September 30th, and then they're not more than 8.5%. The hazard pay individuals, the $1,500 if you made less than $25,000 and you're 19 years or older and you're an essential worker, that again is a tax return item. That is an item you put on the tax return to get that money. Again, this is not something you go to apply for at an application base. So what are the application-based items in the third stimulus package where you actually go somewhere and apply for something? Let me go over them right now. The first one would be the rent. And that, when I say rent, I include everything from mortgage assistance to utilities. The next one is potentially the hazard pay. We don't know where that's going to be. There also, of course, is all the SBA.gov EI business stuff. All of that will be at SBA.gov. That's the easiest one because we know what website and where it is. The free internet. The volunteers will tell you a little bit about where that free internet is because it's starting to surface in the second stimulus. And then the student loan, the student $1,700, college student financial aid $1,700. I'm guessing it's likely going to be available at your college institution. So you're likely going to reach out to your financial advisor at your college institution, say, hi, they just passed that stimulus package. Where is that $1,700 I can apply for financial aid? Because it is only for college students and it's part of the college grant section of the stimulus package. Again, if you're a member, you look under the college section of the bill where it talks about money to colleges for this, money for colleges for that. In there is that financial aid item. The rent and utilities is the one that I sort of want to roll my eyes about. Because in 2020, I made no less probably 200 videos about Nancy Pelosi's HEROES Act, how the rent and utilities was supposed to be run by the federal government. It was going to be a clearinghouse. You applied. It was going to be one website. It was wonderful. They didn't do it that way. This way they did where they're sending the money to the states. So they will be sending the money to the states for the rent and utilities. So you will apply, again, locally, like how you're applying with Purple. Crystal, everyone welcome Crystal to the family. Welcome becoming a Purple Power. And then one of the things I've not mentioned in a couple recordings is that state or public servant employees, anyone who works for the county, the city, or the state, they will now get hazard pay because this third stimulus package provided hundreds of millions of dollars to state to pay you for hazard pay. That ultimately is determined by your local jurisdiction. That's not a subject matter I've touched on in recent days. But I'll have more details about this shortly. But first, here's a little bit about today's programming schedule and the community page. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a big day of exciting, great news across the land. As millions of Americans are excited for what's unfolding, your $1,400 third stimulus check is absolutely, really delicious. It's more delicious than $12 ice cream. And that $12 ice cream is now $1,400. Congratulations, you're getting a stimulus check. $1,400 will be landing in your bank account this weekend. I'll have all the details for you right now. But first, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit that subscribe right now and also like this video. During the break, I saw some great questions. One viewer asked, I'm on Social Security, what about direct deposit onto my card? Answer that question. And then someone asked about eviction moratorium. Also a really great question. Thank you for reminding me to bring up those subject matters as well. There's a lot of coverage. Let me tell you where we are on programming schedule today. Because of the breaking developing news, I will be going live with Purple in about 10 minutes, and then at about 30 minutes after that, at about 2:30 on the West Coast, it's 5:30 on the East Coast, I'll have a single big update show about the stimulus package. There's a lot out there. Let me get to the details. If you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and thank you for the incredible great comments, super chats, and membership throughout the day. If I missed you at any time and you joined as a new member, join me tonight on the Hazard Pay live chat. I will specifically shout out as well because I know it was a very, very busy morning when the news was breaking. The breaking developments is the President of the United States has signed into law your third stimulus check bill. The stimulus check bill now is law. The president will address the country in about 3 hours from now in a primetime address. Now, the $1,400 third stimulus checks are actually going out already, and people will start to receive them electronically in their bank accounts this Friday and Saturday. Who are those people? Anyone that receives anything electronically from the U.S. government. That's as simple as I can make it. So someone in the commercial break said, I'm on SSI and I have a card. I receive my benefits on card. That's you. Anyone that is electronic, that receives anything electronically from the federal government on a monthly basis, this is you. Great news. The next group of people, anyone who received the first and second stimulus check electronically, this is also you. And finally, anyone that has updated with a 2020 tax return in recent weeks, not today, their bank account, you're likely to get your check this weekend as well. That was smart thinking. Beyond that, there's no other way to update it. And it just brought back a visual when I said that. You know, in July of last year, when we thought maybe we were going to get to the finish line, but of course we didn't, I had so many people say, oh my goodness, how do I update my account? And I'm like, it's becoming law in just a second. Well, that second has passed now. So there's no way to update your bank account now before the check lands. So let me make that very clear. Full disclosure. I think I need a sign behind me. You can't update your checking account now to get the check electronically. It's too late. That's item number one. Number two, I had a nice laugh about this the other day, but I want to laugh about it again. I fully expect this coming Monday, I'm going to have 9,000 comments that say, I went to irs.gov to track my check and that tool on the IRS website doesn't work. Yeah. Who wants to bet me $12 ice cream that that IRS tool is not going to work on Monday morning? You know, it's not going to work today. It's not going to work tomorrow. It's not going to work on Monday. So please just save us all some anxiety and not drop 9,000 comments. Oh my God, that IRS tool doesn't work. I can just tell you right now, it's not going to work. Just save yourself the headache. Because people just freak out when it doesn't work. How can it not work? That means I'm not getting my check. It's broken. It must have worked. So it worked for someone else. They go through all these versions of just don't look at it. Just don't look at it. I just fully expect this is going to happen on Monday. Someone else asked a question during the commercial break. Eviction moratorium. This is a big deadline. It's not extended at the moment. Is it going to get extended? I don't know. President has still not said this. I had a big news article, which I'm going to deliver to you on the final show today, where a federal court has ruled the eviction moratorium is unlawful. I do not know if that's going to be held up across the country, but that is a big developing detail. That is a date to really watch as a Purple Hawk. Really, really important. Other things that you need to fix is the IRS knowing you have kids. It sounds sort of ridiculous, but yes, if you're looking for checks for kids and the IRS doesn't know these people exist, this is something you got to fix. Ultimately, I'm going to say this message again because I think it's important for people to know. If you are a person who is not required to file a tax return because you don't make enough money, you can still voluntarily file a tax return. We have learned since about November that the way the IRS is treating fixing things is by filing tax returns. So if you need to fix something like show a child exist or update your address or something like that, the way you do it is by filing a tax return. You're going to have to fix other things in the third stimulus package by the nature of a tax return, which include the $10,200, which is now tax-free under the third stimulus package, of your first $10,200 of unemployment from last year. You have to fix that with a tax return. A lot of fixing. I think this stimulus package is going to put some accountants to work. So there you are. What a big day it is. Wow, we're already at 28 minutes on the clock across the land. I'm just so excited for you. What a big day. Your $14 third stimulus check is happening. Sandy just says, I want my check and I won't track it. I love that, Sandy. Can someone give Sandy a hug for that comment? I love that. Our checks are already being sent out. They are already being sent out because the White House has confirmed that you're going to receive them as early as Saturday. So if they're going to be received on Saturday, they had to have been sent out today for viewers to start getting them on Friday. So they're either being sent out today or tomorrow morning, which is Friday, meaning that is the only way anyone would ever get it on a Saturday. You get stimulus checks either Friday or Saturday electronically across the board. I'm really excited for you. I am really excited for you, and it's a big day with exciting, great news across the land. We surf into the final two shows of LA today. Next is Purple. $5, $10, $15, $20,000. Money right now, not 5 days from now, not for 5 months from now. I'm going to be I'll be getting you all this deliciousness as Purple surfs into the coast, coming up right now on Afternoons LALATE.